and that I can't do business here, that I did not have a bunch of stress on me for about 3 months, wondering, okay, so when is he going to be back here to cause me more problems? He never showed up again until he sent me that courtesy notice on the 15th of December 2008. That was 2.5 years. 2.5 years after my first encounter with him. I had assumed by that time that it was all over. It was done, and I wasn't going to be getting any more flack. So once again, stress all through Christmas. Stress. It put a burden on my wife and me. We didn't know whether we were going to be having a home after the first of the year come 2009. We didn't know if we were going to have an income after the first of the year 2009, because if you remember, he gave me a lousy 10 days to get it all done. In other words, he said, you got 10 days to get out of your house, to move. You've got 10 days to get all these buildings and everything in them out of here. 10 days. This is before Christmas. I see monetary payment needs to be made here. This is a classic case of a city official running amok. Classic case of bureaucracy run amok. Classic case of irresponsibility on the part of your code enforcement office not to have simply gone back to their office 3 years ago and just checked their own facts. And they did not bother to check their facts. Had they checked their facts, none of this would be happening today. Okay, so let's not also forget that Mr. Nichols also took it upon himself to show up out here on a Saturday morning to harass me further. This was in February, and this was after he had made an agreement with my attorney that we were going to put a hold on things. He agreed to that, and that no further action would be taken until we got all of our facts straight, which he did not bother to do. Once again, incompetence. And he decides to take it on himself to show up here on a Saturday morning in February, about 10 o'clock in the morning, to harass me further. And in that incident, he lied to me, point blank lied, and told me that the city of Pasco had cited Mr. Dallas, the man who owns this property right over here, that, as I stated, I clean and keep up for him in return to be able to be allowed to park my vehicles over here. At the time, my pickup truck was right here. Mr. Nichols, point blank in my face, told me that if I did not have that RV, the boat, other little boat, and my truck out of here, that him and the city of Pasco was going to come back Monday morning, 2 days later, and the city of Pasco was going to tow it all away. Basically steal my stuff, my property, steal it. Add more stress. How do you think I felt when I had to go through that weekend wondering what in the hell was going to happen next? I want to remind you, take away my home, kick me out of my home, steal my living, kick me out of my business and my living, and then take it upon himself to show up on a day off on a Saturday to harass me further. I want monetary compensation. You know, you guys have been threatening me if I don't comply when you guys were the ones who were wrong. Threatening me with a $500 a day fine for each of these code enforcement violations. And so, I mean, since you guys were so hot dog on the idea of, you know, hey, we can, fine this guy for all of his violations, I kind of feel that's what you should be paying. You should be paying a fine for the harassment and for the terrorizing you've done to me and my wife for the last 3 years. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to calmly state one more time to everybody out there that's watching this, put yourself in my place. Be worrying for 3 years about losing your home, losing your income, being forced into submission and backed into a corner, Imagine the stress you would be feeling if this was being done to you. I don't think there's a jury in the world that's going to say, oh, we're going to let the city of Pasco off. I think that, I think we get this into court, especially these days with the political climate. I think people are pretty much fed up with this big government and bureaucracy that, you guys are going to end up coughing up some money to me, no matter how you look at it. And I think you ought to just cut me the check and be done with it. And that way, I go my way and you guys go yours. Thank you. So I'm looking for Alan Shore. Okay, I'll settle for Denny Crane, Matt Cow and all. But you know, I'd really like to have Alan. He'll do. So I'm looking for Alan Shore. Okay, I'll settle for Denny Crane, Matt Cow and all.